Hello. Hi. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I hope you can because I am in the no BS right now. Hold on. Hi. Hello. Okay, my PNG tuber wasn't working for a moment there. That was weird. Hi. Hello. Once again, it's not working. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't working. I don't know why it's been glitching out like that. Anyways, I have no idea if I'm actually going to be playing Minecraft today. I might switch it to Phasmophobia because as much as I would love to do Minecraft, and I have Minecraft open, and let me switch to it right now. I have Minecraft open. Sorry, I was listening to a podcast, so I turned this all down. I want to do stuff. I want to be able to go out and do some stuff. But here's my problem with that. And that is I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. I genuinely have no idea. Like, even off stream I've been doing more creative stuff than anything. I haven't really been doing anything survival in this world. I've been wanting to do stuff, I just haven't. I just straight up have not done anything. And it feels weird. Why is this one not growing? Literally every single other one is growing. This one's not. I don't understand. However, I want more pigs. I want more pig. I should have 6 pigs. Did I accidentally kill one and then the dog went over and killed it? I grab one more carrot. Well, I say one more. I have to do this or it's gonna drive me crazy. So I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do tonight, and yeah. Make a baby. Have a baby. Okay. Alright, go in the house. I was originally going to be trying to set up and how I want my what do you call it? My farm animal stuff. I was trying to figure out how I want to set that up, but I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, using the mud walls, it does not sound bad. I'm gonna grab these. I don't know if I have any walls. I don't think I do. Wow. Boop. Wow. 30 walls. This is most likely not going to be like a definite thing. It's probably just going to be a temporary thing. Whoa. Interesting that the pickaxe breaks this and not the shovel. Okay. Make some more. I really don't have much to do today. After I stream, I'm going to do Fridays are usually my chill days. I'm probably gonna be watching some movies tonight, but yeah, I don't have too much of a plan today. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so loud. Does not mean that it's just easier for me to hear loud stuff, because that's so loud to me. That's so painfully loud. Okay. I'm gonna fill up this hole. Guess we know what we're doing today. I want to fill it up. I don't like it being there. I can undo it later on, but as of right now, I'm probably gonna do like maybe one. I want to say one layer, but I know I'm going to be digging a lot and putting like stuff underground, like water and stuff like that. So it's probably like 3 layers. As a safety measure. So I'll find my bottom layer, and then I'll just build up and terrain from there. Dang it. So that's there. I'd say that the bottom layer could be like right here. Yeah, I think like right here would be the bottom layer. I am going to be like lighting all this stuff up as just this is my way of making sure I know what I'm doing for now. Yeah, that's actually kind of too high. Hold on. What if I brought it to like here? This is the bottom layer instead. Thanks, dog, for pushing me off. Didn't even have to say anything one time. Dude, I keep getting notifications to be like, oh, why don't you sign into the TV over here? And I'm like, I already said no to that like a million times. Stop asking me. I love the bricks, the mud bricks and stuff. Boop. Alright. I did a chicken purge before you guys came in. Oh my god, my mouse has been double clicking recently and it's been irritating the heck out of me. Like, it's been bad. I was like offline. I wasn't like streaming or anything, and I would be like trying to click something and switch it, and then it wouldn't like switch properly. So basically in creative, you're able to you're able to make shovel. Hold on. Not next because this one's about to break. I'm gonna definitely need more shovels. How many shovels can I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. A lot of people do the shift on accident. I do it on purpose. For the most part. But whenever you're in creative mode, right? You're in a creative world, you're able to click your right your right and your left click together to basically flip a block. So if in survival, for example, you have a block that's like an instant. So if you have like a what are they called, beacons, to make you basically insta break stuff, you can do that to where it'll instantly break the block and then place whatever block you're wanting to place. So if, for example, let's say, using that, switch that in my offhand. If I go this, it'll do that, but it'll do it instantly. It won't do it like it won't have a delay on it right there. And when I would do that in creative, for some reason, I thought it was my mouse for a moment there, and then I thought no, because it's only with the grass blocks. And then so many times, there would be every now and again, I will have it, and then I'll have it. But sometimes it wouldn't do it with the grass blocks, so I'm like, okay, so maybe it is the grass block, maybe it's not, and I just realized that because it opened and shut my door the moment I just barely clicked anything, it registered as a double click, meaning it is my mouse. Which sucks because I love this mouse and I don't know where to get one because this was a gift. It wasn't something that I bought myself. Look how the dog immediately went running underneath instead of, you know, staying safe. I decided to jump down. It was on purpose. Oh, I'm not tall enough. Story of my life. Is that crazy or do I hear an Enderman? Might be crazy, but you know, still nice to be reassured that I'm not. Really? I did hear an Enderman. I heard them go whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. I never did finish the cabin I was working on. Oh, speaking of building, I didn't do any interior design, but I finished the jungle house that I made in creative, and oh my goodness, I am in love with it. And then this morning I had an idea and I wanted to test it out, but I didn't have enough time before streaming. I wanted to test out if I could do this idea. I'm not going to say it because I honestly don't know how well it's going to work. And oh, I love the idea so much. Like, I was talking with my partner and I was like, hey, you know, this is this house that I built and I really want you to see it because I'm very proud of it. And it would be really cool if I used this in a survival world. Although it's not going to be easy because then I would have to go looking for a place. And then I realized that Minecraft, similar to where it has big biomes, you're able to do a single biome. And because of that, you're able to, like, specifically have just the one thing. So if, for example, I wanted to do a cherry biome only, I could edit it. I could edit the world and just do the one biome. So I have some ideas, just some videos, long form videos, because I was going to do the maze and then that kind of just went out the window because I was stressed with that. I still love the maze that I did, and I think I still will work on it for a possible video in the future, but as of right now, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's been really, really annoying me. Because I also have to rely on somebody whose schedule is, like, insanely, like, chaotic. Like, I'll ask, like, hey, you know, do you have anything to do today? In the morning. And it's like, no, I don't have anything to do. And then 20 minutes later, I have 3 meetings. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, because they work from home and everything. So their schedule, I basically have, if I want to do a video with them, I have to work around their schedule. Because this, I don't get paid for, but they do get paid for their work. So I don't want to take them away from that. So the maze video may not happen anytime soon, but there is a chance that it will still happen, period. It's just going to be a little more difficult to actually set up and do than what I've been doing. Once again, not their fault or anybody's fault. It's purely just like the stress of it has gotten to me and it's very difficult to do. I just bit the crap out of my tongue and I'm trying so hard not to lose it. Because oh my god, that hurt. Well, it needs to come down to light up anyway, so boop. 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 If I had fallen just now, I probably would have lost my mind. I'm currently thinking about everything that I want to do here, because it's like, I'm filling up all this area, that's good, that's perfect, that's what I want to do. I kind of want to turn this into a pond with a waterfall right there, I'm not gonna lie. The idea of having the pond here, like moving that pond that I have over there, over here, probably would be a lot better, and then having all of that area, I could probably move my farm, my apple farm up a little bit more, and that way I would be able to have more room for the animals. Doesn't sound too bad. It sounds a little tedious, but doesn't sound insane. Oh my freaking gosh. Are you kidding me? It's a dirt block, I can easily replace it. Thinking before I place. Oh my god, dude. It's like you're trying to kill yourself. Stop it! Get away from the edge. I need to be on the edge because I need to build. You do not need to be here. All you want. Oh my god! Get out of there! Get over here, right now. Get over here. Sit. Stay. Goodness. I purposely didn't put anything around it because I was like, I'll just, I'll fix it up later. Apparently I can't do that. I got a dog that's crazy. Listening, I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I've been listening to a lot of podcasts recently. The podcast that I have been listening to for a while, they had left and then they came back, and I listen to their podcast like every day. Every day I listen to it because there's always something new that I can learn from it, and there's always something new I can just hear and some laughs. And like, for example, the podcast that they were talking about, they were talking in today, the episode, they were saying that they were deciding whether or not they wanted to keep going with the podcast, and they were trying to figure out the purpose of them continuing to do this, and yada yada yada. They figured, yes, this is exactly what we want to do. We have a reason to do it, and this is the reason. Well, I was listening to that podcast and I'm like, yeah, of course you have a reason to do this because, people like me listen to this all the time, right? But then I think about that and I'm like, but they don't entirely know that. They don't always know that. And it's not like oh my goodness, we only get this many views and in reality it's like 100,000 views. No, I've rewatched the same episodes multiple times. And so it's like, in my head, it's like, yeah, wait a minute. It's weird to think about that. And then they put it in a different perspective, which I wanted to throw up when I heard. And it was that 16,000 people. Just an example, that many people. If 16,000 people watch their videos, which it's way more than 16, trust me, the views are a lot more than that. And I know every person is not watching it like 100 times. Well, maybe. But their example was 16,000. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. And then we're like, now thinking about that, there's this like stadium that they live near or whatever that's in their area. It holds 17,000. That is only 1K less. And oh my god, putting it in that perspective, I want to throw up even more. I can barely handle the fact that I have 8 people that willingly subscribe to me. Maybe they don't watch me, that's fine. I don't need people to watch me. But the idea that 8 people went out of their way to press subscribe and then walked away, and then I have another channel that I don't really upload anymore, but I do still do stuff on every now and again. There I have like 50 subscribers. 50! That is over the amount for an American classroom. An American school classroom holds around 30 kids. That is 20 more. That's almost 2 classrooms, and I could barely handle school. So it's like, what? They're getting way over 16 or 17,000. And it's like, how can you handle that? That freaks me out, just thinking about that. But that's one of the many things that it's like put in my head and like my perspective of stuff compared to theirs, and it's made me learn certain things that, yeah, people see things differently than other people. People will not understand the same thing you do unless they have that same experience. I freak out over 8 to 50 people whenever they're like, we don't know if there's a lot of people watching us anymore, we don't understand. And, people people will comment all the time. People will comment, and it's like one of the guys that I was watching, he was like, in the middle of them deciding whether or not they wanted to keep going, he met this like person at a store or something and explained that, like, you know, that podcast had like a big deal in her life and like changing her life and everything, and she got her life back together. And you know, people will say that in the comments too. People will be like, oh, you helped me with this, you helped me with that. But the thing is, actually hearing it, that could be a big deal, because that's the realization that there are over 16,000 people actually watching, and their lives are being changed by that, and that's so disgusting. It's so many people. I hate the idea of that so much. But an episode that I watched earlier was about pet peeves. And I'm like, I don't think I really have any pet peeves. And they're going through and they were naming stuff. I was like, okay, maybe. You know, it doesn't really bother me that much that it irritates me. And one of the things was grammar. And it took me back to a few years ago. I feel so dumb for this, but God, it gets under my skin, this thing. It's so bad and such a dumb thing. But it's also dumb. The thing that bothers me so much, it's dumb. It's not like, you know, like, I guess pet peeves are never make sense, but still, it's just like, just get over yourself. That's not a thing that you should have a pet peeve over, is basically what I'm saying. But one of their pet peeves was grammar. And I was like, grammar is a weird thing to have a pet peeve about. And then I remembered back a few years ago, I was living in... Sorry, my mind been thinking about something else. I was living in Nevada. I don't know why I whispered it like I did. I was like, kicking. And I was working like a 9 to 5, and I was with the person I am with now, and we passed by this like construction site, and it basically said, coming soon, Dutch Bros. Now, if you don't know what Dutch Bros is, it's like, I'm sorry? Hello? Hi. Well then. That is, yeah, alright. That's nice. I just got 4 random iron from that. That's okay then. Anyway, it's basically like a Nevada. I don't know if it's only in Nevada, but for the sake of argument, it's like a Nevada place, or based, Starbucks. It's got a bunch of different drinks and everything, and I had never heard of it until that moment. And then later on, I didn't really care, but later on I then was at work, and some girls that I was working with was like, we're gonna go to Dutch Bros and get some drinks, you want anything? I was like, I don't think Dutch Bros, so no, I'm fine. And then, once again, passing by that place, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna look it up. And here's the thing, I realized that my pet peeve isn't necessarily grammar, but it's like, and I'm going to be so transparent, I do this. I realize I've done this, it's redundant. It's something that is like, you're repeating the same thing in the same sentence. You don't need to say that other word, you don't need to do that, that's just say what you mean, you know? And I admit, I do this. And I need to get better at it, I realize that. But, on the menu, because I was like, I'm gonna look it up, I'm actually gonna go there, unless I know that I want something from there. I look up the menu, and they have all kinds of drinks. Like I said, it's like a Starbucks, you know, they have coffee, hot coffee, cold coffee, they have like smoothies, shakes, all kinds of different stuff. It's a very drink-based place, and we have some foods, I think. I'm not hungry for my food. And then you get all the way down to the bottom, and the last thing that they have is sodas. But it's not just any kind of sodas. It's sparkling sodas. Now, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it's like that edible glitter that people put in drinks every now and again. When they said sparkling soda, they quite literally meant carbonated soda. No, sorry. Not carbonated soda. Carbonated water with flavoring. They meant sparkling water with flavoring, but they called it a soda, but they also added sparkling onto it, which was so unneeded. Just say flavored sparkling water. Or say like a house soda, you know? It's like, you don't need to try to be all fancy and say sparkling soda, because it's redundant, because a soda in itself is a carbonated drink, and then sparkling water, which is what the drink is carbonated water. Why do you need both in the same sentence? Not even the same sentence, the same name. You're calling it the exact same thing twice. I don't get it. And I don't like it. So yeah, I realize that that's a pet peeve of mine. Is redundancy in named or sentences. You saying the same thing twice is not needed. Excuse me. I feel like I've been getting sick recently, but it's not like sick, just like kind of sick in the throat. Nothing like, I can't breathe in my nose or anything. Hello? Maybe it's just the allergies. I haven't taken any allergy medicine recently. I am going to clear up all this, but hey, it looks like the house window I made. But I need to, excuse me. I need to fill up in this. I love how smooth the clay looks. I think it's clay, I'm not 100% sure. Okay. You know what? Suck! Look at that, it's so nice. Now what I need to do is I need to come up here and we need to see how it looks from above so we can figure out the terrain. of this kind of deeper, so it like goes in a bit more without it being too crazy. And then kind of like maybe this. Something deeper there, so like okay, first off I need to go to bed because it's way too dark over here. I love Minecraft's music, I genuinely do. Oh, look at the moon, it's so pretty. Oh, look how flat it's getting. I love it. I got a free arrow from that. I really have no idea what I was going to be doing. I literally was just like, alright, I know this, and I know that, I can do this. Do I want to do that though? I'm just like, I'm just going through all of the different things that we could do, and I'm just like, whatever. I guess I'll play Minecraft. Because I've been in the Minecraft mood, you know? It's not like I haven't, it's just, I did more the creative Minecraft mood than survival. Chickens are gone. Okay, now you're growing. Okay, now come over here. Oh my god! Okay, let's just grab the wheat. That is very much not wheat. I'm gonna grab all of it. Oh, this dog down. I straight up thought that was a spider, and I was be like, why is there a spider in my stuff? I break, and then I place. Break and place. It wasn't the one that I wanted to do it to, but I did it anyway. How dare I do such a insane thing? What is wrong with you? Macababus. 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 of each animal. Except for sheep, whom I would want one of every color. Okay. You wanna know something, Jen? I wanna play Phasmophobia. I wanna play Phasmophobia! There's a new ghost that was added and now I wanna update and play it. I literally said in the description of the thing I might switch to Phasmophobia. Because it's genuinely something I want to do. I wanna play Phasmo. It's just been in my head. It's just been, I just like, oh, that'd be such a fun thing to play. Roof, roofed. Roofed. I literally could just fill this all in, but I choose not to. Okay, so over here, I hate this, but at the same time, I kind of don't like how it looks. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna remove the water source. What? Yeah, guess what? That was me that placed that. Placed it a long time ago so that way I could jump down there without having any issues. And yeah, look how beautiful it is! So flat. Every time I come in here to grab something, I always have to stop and think, what am I getting? What was it that I needed? That's right. Let me open the chest where it might be. What did I need? Oh look, it's pink wool. I didn't need pink wool, did I? Bonk. Ah! Bonk. Bonk. Good boy. Sit. 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 It's like, no, you can't get me now. See? That was me. That was all me. You ready for this? You ready? You ready? We're gonna have dogs in here, and I probably shouldn't just be placing the water so that way it doesn't mess up. So come over here, lava. Away from the lava. I keep forgetting I have the lava up there. Gimme. Sit. Sit. Alright. I'm trying to use this to make an infinite water source. What the heck? I just want to make the infinite water source over here so I don't have to keep going to my other place. And I could like fill up this area once I get the actual shape of it going. I can fill it up and then edit it as I go. Hungry. I ate not too long ago, but I am so hungry right now for some reason. Okay, so if I go place that. Yeah, I feel like it should be a little lower. Not like insanely low, but definitely lower. Maybe like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it this way. I'm gonna use the natural hole that there is here and fill it up here. And then build off of that. I don't know why I just didn't do this to begin with. Didn't just do this to begin with. That's what I was trying to say. Hey guys, what's up? Hey, I have some new dogs. You want to meet them? They're honestly really cool. Ooh, more ominous potions. Alright. Alright, pups, you gotta come in here so that way I can heal you guys up. Okay. Fine. I'll heal you up in a moment. rather than grow trees, break trees, wait for them to drop. Is there any way to do that? No, you guys. Over here. Fine. You can sit up here. Will you sit? I feel sick right now. It's so weird. I hate it. This is a random green block over there. Oh, that's because there's a zombie spawner in there. I forget that every time. Every time I point it out, every time I remember, every time I forget again. Oh my god, why are you on the edge? Go that way. No, the other way! Go the other way! Tapping and clacking on the inside of my walls. What? Why are you standing? I would just like to make it very, very clear. I have very little faith in my ability to not fall. I am just being extremely cautious, but I still do not trust myself not to fall into here. That was glow lighting on the top right there. Do I have a pickaxe? I do. Go away. Just like that, the ball was right here, you Brussels sprout. I don't know why that audio just came to mind. Who's gone? I love that she calls him Brussels sprout. I don't know why I adore that. Okay, so now we can just remove everything except for the stuff that makes the infinite water source. You ever think you're just weird? Do you ever think you're just sitting here and not like, oh, I'm weird and quirky, you're genuinely odd? Do you ever genuinely think that you're just not, quote, normal? What people identify as normal? I don't know why, that's been coming to mind a lot more recently. Of I'm not normal by any means. What people would consider standards. And I say it like that because people have changed. People had standards and now people are just like, oh, you don't fit into my little cookie cutter life. You break standards, you break what people call normal. But there's a lot of people that do that, thus a lot of people aren't normal, so that becomes the normal. So, I don't know why, it's just something I think I'm at. Now I'm going to fall. See? I told you. I'm psychic. That's because I suck at making sure I'm in the right spot. I have no more shovels. Save me. I fell again. I don't know if I've had coffee today. Noise. Oh, I have no more room? Pufferfish, get out of there. Actually, Edelman. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. If I drink these, is that weird or wrong? So I was able to fit 2 in there. Oh, I have more iron in there. Oops. Hit the wrong button. Oh, I got chills. That only makes 6. That's fine. Let's put that in there for now. I have to take a break. I need to go do some. I gotta go to the restroom. I will be back in 2 minutes. Watch my puppies. Watch my puppy. Which Turbo? Watch, he does tricks. That's all we've been able to teach him, but he'll learn other stuff, you know, like fetch and whatnot. I'll be right back. Oh god, chocolate bar. So back to the topic of the it's cold in here. I can't warm it up or it's gonna mess up my computer. Anyways, back to the topic of the podcast I've been listening to. One of the podcast episodes, I think, but I honestly don't know if it's technically in the podcast, in the podcast playlist. So I guess you can consider it to be a podcast episode. They did the Hot Ones challenge, and one of the things were, what's your favorite candy bar, and try to sell me on it. And I was like, I honestly, thinking about that, I'm like, I don't think I have a favorite candy bar. And then some that I see every time I go to the store that I really, really like is the Nestle Crunch bars. I love these chocolate bars. They're such a nice chocolate. It's got a little crunch to it, and I'm weird, so what I like to do is I will Oh, I never actually did the copper. What I'll do is I will eat a piece of chocolate, but I won't eat it. I'll just like kind of let it melt in my mouth, and then I'll crunch on the little wafer and balls that are in the chocolate bar. And oh, I love it. It's so good. I love them. Gimme. I need them all. You guys think I'm insane. I have already gone through over 10 shovels, and you think I'm probably insane for grabbing more. I think I'm smart. Sticks. So far we haven't really needed the axes. Yep. There we go. To parkour. Parkour. Ow. I love how the puppies have like the white lines on the side of their face right there. It almost looks like those little white dogs who get like tear stains. I don't like that they get tear stains, but I like those dogs. I had 2 of them. I had 2? Well, one of them was in white. The other one of them was brown, and his name was Coco, and he was an adorable baby. And he was given away because the family I was with did not want me to witness the death of a dog, which was weird. In my opinion, because the thing is, if you have a pet, right? This is just my personal opinion. If you have a kid and you got a pet, and that pet is dying, you know it's dying, don't give it away. You know, unless the kid is like baby, toddler, doesn't fully understand what death is, then you know, it have some explanation that would make kind of some sense. But don't like. If the kid's like 11, 12, don't be like, oh, the dog that went over the rainbow, he's in a better place now, you know, some farm took him in and he's running with the rabbits and horses and, no, just stop. And then, I don't like what the parents I was with did either, which was just remove the dog, period. So, okay, you're the only one here. Just removing the dog, period. I don't like that, because now you're making the kid, like, not necessarily unaware, but, like, they won't understand what's going on fully, like, emotionally, they won't understand it. And that can, like, be tough, because I wasn't until I was much older in life, when I was, well into my teenage years, that I had ever dealt with somebody dying, like an actual person dying, because I never knew how to deal with it. So, as I didn't like this person, but I didn't know how to grieve it, so I didn't. I mean, the person's gone. There's not much I can do about it, but yeah, that's all there is in my head. It's like, they're gone. Okay. Because I was never taught how to properly understand my emotions and how to grieve someone or something, like a pet. Because I've never had a pet die. I've never actually experienced it. And then I started dating a guy who had 2 pets. He had a dog and a bunny. And now I understand what it's like to lose a pet, because I was so close to those 2 animals the bunny was this gorgeous black bunny. He was a Havana bunny. He was so pretty. And the dog, I don't remember what breed she was, but she was tiny. She was almost Chihuahua, but not necessarily a Chihuahua. She almost had like the oh, there's a big dog that starts with a D. I don't remember what it's called, but it has like this brown and black coat on him, and oh, so pretty, so pretty. And they both of them they passed, and there was nothing I could do about it, and I didn't know how to properly process it because I had never processed a death before. So I feel like saying like, oh yeah, they're in a better place now. I understand that part, but straight up lying is like, oh, they were adopted into a farm. No, that's just a lie to make the kid not want to lose their mind and cry. But that's the thing is, what's wrong with the kid crying? What's wrong with the kid understanding that, hey, things happen. Your animal will die. Your pet will die, but guess what? You gave it a great life. So I never understood the idea of that. Once again, I get at like a really, really young age, don't directly be like, oh yeah, if the kid's like, I don't know, 3, 4, they're not going to understand it. They're going to lose their mind and they're not going to understand it. Are you Eddie? I was just talking about the black bunny that I lost. His name was Eddie. Come on. You're coming home with me. Thank you, baby, for doing nice on me. So his name was Eddie. He was nicknamed Baby Bunny. Poor Baby Bunny. Because he was just that cute. And he was our baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to interrupt you. You are my baby. I don't understand why it would consider the Enderman a monster in the sense, because it isn't attacking me, so I don't need to go kill it or defend myself. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if you attack it, it will lose it, or if you look at it. But I just don't understand. Sorry, give me a second. Does anybody else put their chocolate in the freezer before eating it? I do. Listen to that snap. That was tough chocolate. Good lord. Oh, get out there. You know, I could probably put you on a lead too. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to test to see how far I can go. Okay. Perfect. do? Baby? Oh. Nope. Baby bun. Look at my baby bun. We got baby bun. We got duck. We got button. And we got lady. I was about to say, did I ever replant the carrot? I most certainly did not replant the carrots. Look at it. I'll probably look up a picture. Landscaping on stream is probably one of the most difficult things somebody could do alongside the victim. But because this is a streaming world, I honestly don't know what else I would do, or when else I would do it, if not on stream. It's raining. Actually, I am going to go ahead and grab the bucket to layer the first layer of what here? What happened to my helmet? My helmet broke! When? When did my helmet break? I believe they used to be out here in the cold. For the love of God, hurry up. No, you cannot go in there. I saw you eyeing it. Bruh! Bruh! Wikidia did nothing to you. get that spot. What I was doing. Speaking of buckets, I don't know why, but I thought it was a good idea to play basketball at an arcade. After not playing basketball and not really doing any sport-based activity for many, many years. As a result, I seriously screwed up my arm. And I honestly didn't know if I would be able to stream today. I was very struggling to stream on Wednesday and Thursday. I was like, I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to stream today. Luckily, my arm had gotten better around the time. And it was like already getting better. So I'm lucky for that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you really thought that you would be able to do that? You really thought you would be able to do that? And I'm gonna be honest, I was still pretty good. I mean, I don't know around, right? But you know, it still wasn't terrible. I'm very proud of what I was able to do. Pretty simple. Okay, still water, still water. It's all still water, yay! Oh my god. That actually kind of scared me. I don't like that noise. I thought Button's armor was a creeper. I'm not even joking. Alrighty. That was fun. Couple more pieces and we put it away. How dare it. my gosh. No! Alright, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, there's my piece. If you only saw how I looked right now. Yeah, so it's only with the, whatchamacallit, bottle. I have let you guys roam around, but if you guys are gonna keep getting in my way, I will sit you guys down once again. Decide. So I don't officially think, like, this is how it's going to look, obviously. I don't know if anybody else was thinking that. But, for right now, I am just filling this up with water. I can place the dirt underneath it as much as I want to, but as of right now, this is just what I'm doing to ensure that I have the water here, and I'm not going to just, like, randomly water once I start placing stuff. Okay. Now before we continue, I need to know where I want the waterfall to be. Because I do want to keep that waterfall here. And I don't know if I want it to be where it was. I don't know if I want it to be where it was, or if I want it to be maybe like up above. Maybe if I kind of like, not entirely dig it out, but like maybe take this back a few blocks. So then if I come over here, this is just like when you're sketching your idea of what you want to draw. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Let me also put that there so it actually looks like it's... You know, I said it doesn't look too bad, but I actually think it looks insane and ugly. Okay, it's gonna go over there no matter what. This is not a big deal. I get that, but it's a big deal for me because I have to look at this every day. I don't think I want it that low, obviously. But I don't want it to be like here, you know, I don't want it to be like this area is the pond. I think I might have the pond be around here is the bottom of it, and then maybe up a little bit more, or maybe a little higher. I honestly don't know where I want it to be. However, with all that being said, we're going to do some mild terraforming up here. Every time I say I'm going to terraform, I always get this insane nervous feeling in my gut, and it's so annoying because I'm like, I'm gonna do fine, it'll look fine, and I'm like, but it will look good. And then I always think about the fact that I don't think I'm that good at terraforming because I have not terraformed that much in my life. Like playing Minecraft, I just haven't terraformed. I wonder if my neighbor is going to be here anytime soon. I don't know why I jumped down when this is literally the only way out for now. My iPad is at 6% and it is almost, that's it. My iPad is at 5% and it's almost 6%. ready for my things later on. I have some things later on that I'm going to be doing. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I need to check something. Alright. I love how it says rabbit squeaks in the corner of my screen. It's so cute. Rabbit squeaks. It's like, and I was like, oh my god, you're so freaking out. Anyways, that's what cute aggression is, chat. Ever heard of it? Oh, I have. Can I please relax? No. Alright, so we made almost all of this is fully. I forgot. I like walking through my plants. Really not a good thing to do, but I like walking through the plants. It's nice. Come on. Come on, duck. Don't get in the way of your big brother. I forgot why I came in here. Oh, that's right. Boop. I thought the corner of my screen, it said chest. I thought that said creeper, and I almost had a heart attack. I need to learn how to read. I'm trying to stay with like my eye level with them so that way I don't actually waste anything on the babies. So they can actually. Alright. No! 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 Oh my god! Goodness, are you kidding me? I lost all my cows. All my freaking pigs ran out. you did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Alrighty, I am going to go ahead and end stream now. I am tired. I am very, very hungry. I honestly have no idea why I am so hungry. Because I ate not too long ago. That's so weird. I will use all of these shovels for stream. They will make sense as to why I have so many shovels, okay? It will. Thank you all so much for watching. I have realized that as much as I adore this, try that again. As much as I adore this skin, hello there. I think I might change it. I'm already in the process of making a new one just for the fun of it. So I think I might change it. I really like it though. It's supposed to be like a scarf with, you know, a sweater and some shorts. And if I do this, option, skin customization, I am without my scarf now. And I have a cape. I did not mean to put the cape on. But I now am without scarf and without head. Without horns. So yeah, I like the skin because it has those tiny little details like that. That I can just take the scarf off if I wanted to. There are none of them nearby. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I will try to be back here on Tuesday. As far as I know, Tuesday is open for me. So I'll be able to be streaming. But if I am not able to stream on Tuesday, I will be streaming on Wednesday and then Thursday. But thank you all so much for watching. I really need to eat. And I will see you guys